Thought in this video we'd talk about some multi-use first aid kit items. You know, we like to have items in your kits that have multiple functions and serve multiple uses. That way you don't have to carry as many things. For example, the duct tape. You can carry, duct tape in replace of steri strips or butterflies, and you can use the duct tape obviously in replace of just regular medical tape, which most of the medical tape is kind of crappy anyway. So let's talk about some more multi-use items. One of the biggest items, well, there's several. One of my best items that I like is these particular bandages. The new Israeli bandages. This one happens to be called cinch type. I know our military has used these, and several other places use them too. But the new Israeli bandage is similar to this as well and works just as good. And basically what it is an ace bandage, but inside the ace bandage it has some gauze, some pretty thick gauze in there. So obviously you have an ace bandage and you have gauze all in one little package here. And this obviously is vacuum packed together, vacuum packed down, sealed. So it serves multiple uses. The gauze can be used for tinder if you need it. And then obviously if you have a big wound, you can use the gauze to put on your wound, and then you have the ace bandage already attached to the gauze to wrap it up as a pressure dressing. So like I said, these are nice. The new Israeli dressings are awesome as well, and the Elias medical bandages, those are just awesome bandages. And I've been swapping some stuff out in my kits and putting these into my kits in replace of some 4x4s and stuff like that. So alright, we talked about that. Another little cool item is the triangular bandage. Now these triangular bandages are 36 by 36 by 51. They're enormous, and you can see how small. I mean, they pack down probably about 3 by 3 little package. I mean, they're just enormous, and they're cotton. So you can make char cloth out of them. You can obviously use them as a triangular bandage. You can use them as a headscarf, a wound dressing. Numerous things you can do with a triangular bandage. And again, they're small, they're lightweight, they don't take up a whole lot of space, so that, in my opinion, there's no reason not to have a couple, at least one or two of these in your kits. Unless you have just a real small minimalist kit, but I generally don't carry a real small kit. I carry kind of like a small medium kit. But anyway, that in your kits. Another interesting item or cool item to have is these iodine pads. Now, as we know, iodine cleans wounds. Well, with these iodine pads, they're also multi-use because, in fact, they can also disinfect water as well. So they can also help you disinfect your water. Let's see. That's the alcohol pads. They come in the alcohol pads. We're going to talk about the alcohol gel here in a second, but alcohol pads are good as well. They're multi-use because you can use them to start fires. Since we're talking about starting fires, let's talk about the alcohol gel. I always have hand sanitizer in my kits. Sanitation, even in just regular outdoor activities, is extremely important. We get out there sometimes and get stuff all over our hands, and then there's nowhere to wash your hands, or we may not take soap. So I always take hand sanitizer in my kits. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space, and again, it's one of those items that's multi-use. Not only does it clean your hands, but you can also use it to help you start your fires. And I'll demonstrate that here. We'll pour a little bit out here. A little light it up here. And the problem with alcohol is it kind of burns invisible. So let me just show you that it is in fact on fire. So again, a multi-use item. I always carry it in my kits. Another item I carry in my bigger kits is these Splints. They come in handy for a lot of things because, I mean, they're splints. Obviously, as you can tell, you can splint, your arms, your legs, and stuff like that with them. However, you can also use them in an emergency situation as an emergency C-collar, cervical spine collar. Whereas if you have somebody with a traumatic injury due to a fall or something like that, and you need to immobilize their cervical spine, their C-spine, and you don't have a C-collar, which I don't carry a C-collar in my big trauma kits, usually. You can use this as an improvised C-collar to help you stabilize that spine and get that person, out without injuring their spine, hopefully. So that's another little item. Like I said, I don't put this in my I don't carry this around in my kits all the time. This is in my larger trauma kits that I put in there and carry those. Again, there's other items out there, but these are your more common items, like I said, that I would carry in my kits, with the exception of the SAM splint. Like I said, I always have some type of hand sanitizer in my kits. Always have some iodine pads, as well as alcohol pads for cleaning wounds and stuff like that. Always have triangular bandages, and I always have ace bandages, or these new type Israeli type bandages. I know this is not an Israeli bandage, but it's similar to it. And again, those items are all multi-purpose, multi-use, so you can, if you use these items in your kits, you can probably take away some other stuff and make your kits lighter and more functional. So until I see you in another video, y'all take care, and remember, always use your PPE, plan, prepare, and exercise. Thanks.